Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am back today. It is Christmas Eve. I'm back today. It is Saturday, the day before Christmas Eve. I know I have been a little absent on the channel. I have not been uploading as much content. I did do a couple reels just to get something up so that I won't be totally out of the algorithms, but I've been taking a lot of time during the holiday season here lately to just kind of focus on some self-care as far as dealing with the grief that I have experienced over the last year and a half, dealing with the loss of my dad. And I didn't want to just force myself to jump on making videos, so I've been just, doing the minimal. But I am back today because it is close to the holidays, and I wanted to jump in and just wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, however you celebrate. If you do or if you don't, I'm giving you well wishes, sending out my well wishes to each of you for the new year, that it will be all that you want it to be. It is kind of hard during this time of year for a lot of people because of things that are, happening in their lives, especially if you are remembering people that were significant, loved ones, friends. It can be definitely a very hard time, but to all of you, I hope you have a great holiday, and that you get to spend it with people that you love, people that matter to you. And today I want to really talk about holding grudges and releasing animosity and grudges. I think it's really, really important that we understand the damage that holding grudges and animosity does to us. So if this is something that sounds of interest to you, what do I always say? Keep watching. Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm back just briefly just to share my thoughts on holding grudges and animosity. Sometimes we can do that consciously or self-consciously. Sometimes we don't realize that we're doing that. But if we are in an environment where we go around people that we have problems with, and that person is able to shift how you feel in that moment, then that's an indication that you're still holding on to something that is negative, some grudges, some animosity, or maybe it could just be pain. But going into the new year, I want to emphasize the importance of letting go of some of that, those things that have, just kept you experiencing sadness or being down or just being angry, upset. What I've learned over this last year in experiencing losing significant people, and when I say that, I'm not just speaking of losing my dad, losing friends that I consider to be great friends, losing family members that I love. And when I say losing them, I'm not speaking of a loss as if, they're gone from this earth, but the disconnect that can happen when you discontinue to have relationships with friends or family members, when you have to either choose to walk away from people or they decide to walk away from you. I've experienced all of that within this year of grief, and it has taught me a lot. I told you guys in a couple videos that I recently discovered that for the majority of my adult life, I have been a people pleaser, meaning that I always have feared losing people. So therefore, I will go out of my way to try to make people happy, go out of my way to just be supportive, even when they're not supporting me. Go out of my way to just, what do they say, stifle or silence my words and my thoughts so that I don't offend people. Sometimes when people are offending me or when they're sharing their opinion about something, I will definitely sometimes just decide that silence is better and I won't say anything. Walking around on eggshells for people who are just very volatile or just very toxic or angry, I didn't say anything. And sometimes when you do that, people take that your meekness for weakness, when it could be that you're just trying to keep the peace. But I look at it like a lot of times I knew that if I allowed myself to get caught up in that back and forth with those people, that they might cut me off. And one thing, even though I might disagree with people sometimes or have problems with friends or family members, I hate losing people, guys. I've said that in many videos. I hate losing people in my life because I do know sometimes we just can't get along with everybody, or sometimes you have disagreements, or you might fall out with people, but that doesn't mean on a forever thing. But sometimes if you're not agreeing to what people think or say, you can definitely lose them forever just because your opinion is different from them. So in those cases, a lot of times I just chose to take the high road, as Michelle Obama would say, and just kept silent. And then when I decided that it was time for me to use my voice to tell people, this doesn't feel good, this is wrong. And when I did that, that caused people to cut me off. Or if I make a decision to do stuff that I wanted to do for me, and it wasn't in alignment with someone else because they wanted to do something else and wanted me just to be a part of that, then they cut me off because I made a decision to do something that was totally against what they wanted me to do. So I've lost people in some weird ways. It wasn't because of anything directly done to them. It's just because of me choosing a different path or living my life in a way that they wasn't comfortable with or were used to. And when you sometimes elevate and grow in your life and you start living and moving differently in the world, people can't get on board with that because they don't know that. They don't know that part of you. So for a long time, I did hold a grudge against someone in my life that had just totally did some crazy things toward me, and I didn't realize it. So mine was subconscious. But I noticed that going in the space of that person, they were able to shift my mood. And I kept saying to myself, why? Why is this person able to do this? It's because I had not dealt with what I was feeling on the inside. And when you hold those grudges and animosity toward people, oftentimes you're in this space all alone. No one else knows that's happening, and you're damaging yourself, your mental and emotional health. And that person could be so far away from even knowing or even thinking about you. But because we choose that to just keep that bottle up inside or feel like that person owes us something. What I've learned in life is that nobody owe you anything. You may feel like, okay, somebody has wronged me and they should apologize, but really people don't owe you anything. And you are responsible for yourself. You are responsible for how you react to things that happen to you. You are responsible for deciding to let go of something or to hold on to something. It is totally up to you. And in my journey here lately, I'm realizing that the only person that it matters to is me. How I'm feeling, what something is doing to me is just totally on me. Other people don't always have to validate my feelings. In a perfect world where people are respectful toward one another, they would do that. But we do know we live in a society where it sometimes can be every man for himself, and people don't often value other people in that way. And you could be around here valuing everybody and nobody valuing you. So I've learned that in life, sometimes things that I feel I need closure on, it's not gonna happen. Sometimes that apology is not gonna come. Sometimes people are not gonna even recognize when they're wrong, even when it's right in their face. They're not gonna recognize that they've done something wrong. So at that point, I can decide to just carry that animosity and that anger and that grudge against that person for the rest of my life and be trapped in this space where it shifts my mood based on if I run into them or not. Or I can make a decision to just let that go, move away from that, and continue in my life. And so that's what I'm doing. And even on this platform, sometimes people come through and they share their thoughts and opinion about things, and they're not able to shift how I feel about it, because I respect everyone's opinion on what they think and how they feel about something. So therefore, it's what it is. Sometimes people don't see things in the way that you will. And in this world, we have to acknowledge that and move on. And that's life. And I just say to you all, going into 2024, we need to, make a difference in our lives as beautiful women, as mature women that are striving to heal from things from our past, that are striving to have a better life, no matter your walk. You don't have to be rich to have a good life. You don't have to have the best job in your life to have a great life. You just need the peace and the confidence in yourself that you're not going to allow things to keep you boggled down, keep you trapped and in bondage. So make a choice today to let go of grudges, to release animosity towards people, even if you don't get those things that you might feel you deserve. Because sometimes you're totally right when someone wrongs you. But sometimes that apology isn't coming. Sometimes that person is not going to see the wrong that they've done, and they're not going to make amends for it. So go into 2024 with peace. Go into 2024 with some hope. Go into 2024 with some joy that this is going to be the year that you're going to heal and you're going to move forward and you're going to pursue those things that will bring you those things you desire. So just wanted to share that today. Hope you all will, like I said, have a great Christmas. If I don't see you guys until New Year-ish, I hope that you all have a fantastic and amazing New Year. Please be safe. However you celebrate, wherever you may go, be careful. It's a lot going on in the world. And I love all of you all. And I appreciate you for coming through. If you are new, thank you. Hope that you will see something here today that will encourage you to subscribe and join the sisterhood. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, I love you ladies so much. And I appreciate you for being with me year after year. And I will see you in the next video. I love you. Peace.